Welcome back, everyone. This is Magic Ministries, and this is our first return back to our Magic Mornings series. And, I'm grateful to have all of you with me yet again. Thank you for sharing this journey as I navigate my own soul, and hopefully, you can find the courage as well to navigate your own. So, I am wearing my Good Vibes Only shirt because, the trolls are running rampant. So, how have all of you been? Today, we are talking about miracles, big and small. It matters not. A miracle is a miracle, right? Also, thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Every little bit helps, and that is definitely the best way for you to help grow our space. So, we're going to pull some cards out of a few different decks. I'm going to sit here and enjoy my fantastic coffee. And we're going to have a little chat, just like we always do. I think today we are going to start off with the Huge, the Soul Truth deck by Brianna Hovey. This has become quite the favorite of mine. And they're not too expensive. You can find them on Amazon. Let's just give these a quick shuffle really quick. Yeah, fix my screen here. There we go. And as always, if you would like a personal card pulled, make sure you stick around to the end, and I will pull cards for those that ask. Or if you are interested in a private session with me, you can hit me up via email at magicministries@gmail.com. All right. So let's see what our message is about miracles today. There we go. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so it says, where am I with my health goals? Where do I want to be? What am I not, or why am I not there? And what will it take for me to feel well? Now, as all of you know, those of you who've been around for a little bit, I have really been struggling with my health since our move to Louisiana from Washington State. And it's been a huge adjustment for my body. And I have gained almost 75 pounds back of the 100 plus that I've lost. So it's been a huge setback, and I'm super upset about it and struggling with it. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm having such a hard time losing it again. So our biggest struggle when we are struggling with things with our health, like losing weight or figuring out what it is that our body needs us to do, is really listening. And we get stuck in that judgment of ourselves, like we did something wrong, while not taking into consideration outside factors and things like that. We just automatically jump on the judgment bus and, smack ourselves around with it. So, a question to ask ourselves is, if my body could talk, it would say what? Right? So in your meditation practice or your prayer time or whatever it is you want to call it, this may be a really good question to bring to yourself. The soul action that goes along with this card says to feed your body what it needs to feel nourished, appreciated, and loved, and make some new exciting goals to take your health to the next level, right? Because as you all know, we are getting ready to go off grid in the not too distant future. And my health is definitely something that I'm going to need in spades. Hi, Taylor. Welcome back. Good morning. And so it's funny that this card came out, although, we always get the cards we need, right? Um, and I know a lot of people have been coming to me lately who have been struggling with a lot of health goals. And as we're coming into this new moon in Cancer, what better time to focus on what it is that you need in your home and family and self, right? Um, and a lot of times it's not even something that we have done, but it's something in our outside environment that we're having to process through toxic emotions, toxins that we're exposed to all the time. Hello. Welcome back, angelfish. And it's not really anything that we've done at all. Although we've made a lot of changes in our life since we have moved down here, and it really could be a lot of different things, but process of elimination, right? And a lot of soul searching talks with my own body, and we should get right back on track. Oh my goodness, we had a jumper. Hello, Robin. Good morning. Okay, so this card keeps coming up. Where am I called to use my voice right now? Right? Where are you being called to use your voice? I know I'm being called to use my voice once again on these daily live streams, and we will be back every morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you're tuning in. Okay. Where are you being called to use your voice right now? The message on the back of this says, you have a soul script that was written to be spoken. Your story matters, and it's time for you to share it with the world. And I have been having this conversation with a few of you about where you are being, the direction that you're being pointed at too, as well. And, well, here's your answer. Spirit has spoken. Your soul action today: share your story with at least one person. Be brave and speak your truth, because your voice will be the catalyst for healing in others. Now, whether you're trying to heal something in your physical body or your emotional body or your mental body, it matters not. They're all aspects of your own soul. And a lot of times they're all tied together too. So you may have some physical ailment that's tied to something that's mental or emotional that you haven't let go of too. And from my own personal experience, that really kind of was the case a lot. And I'm glad you heard that, Angel. And so when I went into this, or I should say, when I started this channel, I started it because, well, I really missed my mom after she died, and I didn't really have any outlet, people to talk to, really. I'd gone through a horrible divorce, and most of my friends didn't talk to me anymore, and was trying to navigate this new relationship with my twin flame. I hate to call him that, but we are one soul. And that brought up a lot of triggers on its own too. And so it was just bam, 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 change everywhere. And I was having a really hard time communicating to anyone really about things that were going on. So I made this vow to myself that I was going to become a better communicator by jumping on YouTube and making live videos. And I didn't start out doing live videos. I did little tiny recorded snippets and posted those up. And um, I don't know, Taylor, do you remember those little ones? And when I go back and look at those, I realize how far I have really come in this whole communication game, and how much better I've become at getting that message out that needed to come through. And now it's kind of second nature most of the time. Um, I don't really think twice about it anymore. It's kind of become, automatic, and that has kind of gotten me into a little bit of trouble every now and then because, well, I speak the truth and I don't sugarcoat a lot, and I probably should sugarcoat a little bit some of the truth that comes out of my mouth. But, the truth is the truth, and sugarcoat it or not, it's sometimes still a turd. All right, let's get our third card out of this deck, and then we will kind of switch tacks a little bit. And I think I'm going to pull a couple crystal cards because we do have a new moon in Cancer coming up on I believe it's the 9th. So just a few more days. So chances are you're probably already starting to feel that need to crawl inside your shell and barricade yourself in your home with your family and, all of that. But that's not what this is about. It is about making our homes and our environments more inviting, though. All right. Maybe we don't have another one. We have one more card. There it is. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. So along the same theme line as the other two. Put that where it's not going to fall off. Do I know all my strengths and am I using them? Okay. It's very often we forget about, I don't know if you guys can hear that airplane, but sorry if it's loud. I don't even have the window open. A lot of times we kind of tone ourselves down or we dismiss our strengths and gifts as something that nobody else is really going to give a shit about. And, or somebody once told us that they were wrong, right? My own personal battle lately has been with the whole religion versus occult thing. And while I'm not a huge spell weaver or anything else, a lot of religious people think I am a bad person because I use these and am not thumping you with a Bible. So I've been kind of having to battle that self-judgment and past life issues because I'm pretty sure I was burned at the stake more than once. And that's kind of been a recurring problem for me. Either I feel like I'm not heard, or I feel like I'm heard wrong, or people just jump to conclusions about who I am based on what I do. And that's been a huge, right? Religion is its own cult. That is very true. And we all have our own versions of reality and where we fit into that. And we kind of have to, instead of judging ourselves and judging other people, we kind of have to put ourselves in a position of being unconditional. And we've been told throughout the ages that we should judge not lest thou be judged, right? So by judging myself, I'm calling that judgment in to my own reality from other people. And so I'm working really hard not to do that anymore. Because that's not part of what I stand for, right? I come to you all with a message of love. That's where Magic Mom came from. My kids thought that all moms fart sparkly rainbows and don't poop. Like, I don't know if you guys remember this story, but a long time ago, I don't remember which video I told it in, otherwise I'd link it. But my son, when he was 9, literally thought that moms didn't poop. Like, it was the most surprising thing in the world to him because we're magic, right? And that's where the whole magic mom thing came from. My kids kind of coined that a long time ago for me. And I wanted to bring that magic to other people. And all that magic is the belief in miracles, right? So we had to bring out the book about everybody poops, I'm sorry. It's not a great subject for YouTube. I'm probably going to get dinged for this, but it is what it is. So remember, we all have superpowers, but it's up to us to uncover them. And when we live and lead with our strengths, we're able to show up in our zone of genius. And this inspires others to do the same. So ask yourself, how can I use one of my soul's gifts today to contribute to this open and ready world? Right? You're right, Robin. Those aren't my people. You all are my people. And I'm so grateful that I found you. If I would never have called myself to step out of that box I had put myself out here on YouTube, I never would have found all of you. And I'm extremely grateful for every single one of your souls journeying with me. And so we really have to focus on figuring out what our strengths are. So as you're doing that morning meditation with yourself or evening meditation or whenever you do your meditation, try to ask yourself those questions. Where am I called to use my voice? Do I know all my strengths and am I using them? And what does my body need? Because a lot of times our body is needing different things. They try to put nutrition and all of that into a little box and think that it's going to be a one size fits all, but we all have different body requirements and we all have different soul needs too as well. So you need to really make sure you're tuning into your own small voice inside and make sure you're listening to it. It could be you need to drink more water, or you need to drink less water, or you need to exercise more, or you need to exercise less. You need to sleep more. There's a million different combinations of things. And the more you tune into your own personal intuition about what those things are, the easier life becomes, because it's not supposed to be a struggle. We're supposed to be following the path of least resistance. That is the way manifestation works, right? Because if it's a struggle, chances are you believe that you shouldn't get it. Not everything has to come through, tons of hard work. It could come through you just having fun, All right, let's get a crystal card as we dive into this next new moon period. Let's see what stones may help us along that way. And these usually have a little affirmation to them and a bunch of different uses too as well. And they're by Margaret Ann Lembo. Hello, Sarah. And that's the... I guess they're the Crystal Intentions Oracle. Sorry, I guess I probably didn't say that. All right, we're going to get 3 out of here too. And just, you can use all 3, or you can just use the one that calls to you, and that one just popped right out. So our first card is, ooh, I love this one. This is actually one of my favorite stones. It's a ruby and I think it's fuchsite. And this is about attracting divine love. And oh, it's also about a healthy sex life. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, but we just did. So on the back of it, this is about, so this is a good stone to use when you're trying to work through your root chakra too as well. So our sexual and sensual vibrancy is increased with this stone. It also increases a passion for life and in relationships. It attracts spiritually aligned romance, love, and your soulmate. Hello, Bridget. Right? Moss agate is a good one for Cancer too. So that's probably why you love it. It's a very watery stone. All right. Let's get one more. Well, we're going to get two more, but I just want one more right now. Okay, there we go. Ooh, a yellow card. We rarely get the yellow ones. Oh, sorry. Wrong way. Clear quartz, the ultimate magnifier. This stone is excellent for any sort of usage at all. You can use it in connection with another stone to magnify its influence, or you can just use it to hold your own energy in a higher state of vibration too as well. So this is about multiplying goodness and well-being, amplifying your loving kindness, increasing clarity, peace, and understanding. And it also improves the clarity of mind and emotions. The affirmation says, I am a clear channel of love, light, and well-being, and all of my heart's desires are realized now. I love that one. It kind of goes along with our favorite saying around here, right? Everything is always working out for us because all our wants and needs are met above and beyond our greatest expectation because we're safe, loved, protected, and prosperous, right? So, one more. Oh, I thought I had dropped it, but I guess not. It's in there. These cards are all sticking together. And we get a green one. All right, so we have pink, yellow, and green are the colors. And this is one of my favorite stones. So garnet is our third stone. And this helps to stop procrastinating, increase your self-motivation, maintain your focus, determination, and success. And it also helps you stay grounded and focused and walk the path to creative success. So this is a very good card for right now. It says, the affirmation says, I stay focused on the task at hand and accomplish my goals with creativity and determination. So there is a lot of cards right now that are calling us to really pull our creativity out of the desk drawer and throw it out there for the world to see. So what are your strengths and are you using them? Right? And these are the stones that can help you do that. Now, the ruby and fuchsite stone, while being also about romantic and sexual health, can also be about self-love too as well. So if that's something that you've been struggling with, like me, that is definitely a good stone to have in your tool basket. And clear quartz always. Actually, funny, this one kind of looks like the one in the picture. And while garnets are a little bit harder to come by, you can often find them in a rough state and they're not quite so expensive. All right, so let's actually, you know what? I think I want to get an Esther Hicks card really quick. So hold on, let me grab it. I didn't pull that one out today. But since we're talking about the laws of manifestation, let's get a little word from Abraham through Miss Esther Hicks. These are the money and law of attraction cards. Oh, I just threw it on the floor. That's typical for around here. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so we can create both money and the time to enjoy it, right? Very often, this is where a lot of people get stuck in the money department because they think that they have to work so hard for it, they will never have the time to enjoy the spending of it, right? That is not the case. You can have both. This is also the 57, so that's what, 12, which is a 3. Good card. All right, so this one says, many of you tell us that you're so busy making your money that you do not have time to enjoy it. For when you rely on your action to create, often you are too tired to enjoy your creation. And once you not only understand the power of your thought, but deliberately direct this powerful tool in the direction of things that you desire, then you will discover that the action part of your life is the way you enjoy what you have created through your thought, right? This is not about what you are doing. This is about what you are being. That is what we came here to do. Be. So be the love that you are, and love will find you in whatever form that abundance is meant to, whether it be through an actual relationship or the means to support yourself in a manner that is more in line with prosperity, right? A lot of us are stuck on the prosperity bus and we can't quite figure out how to launch our rocket into space. Well, first you have to believe that it's for you and stop giving it away to everyone else. Guilty. They do help with manifesting. One of my favorite ones are, oh shoot, what is it called? I just totally brain farted. Right? Eat your damn cake, people. That's true. See, I am very good at making the cake. I'm really bad at making myself eat it. I very often want to give it away to all of those people that I love because, well, you know, that's my job, right? To help people. But what I don't often realize is if I don't help myself first, it's kind of like putting on the mask on the airplane first instead of putting it on your child's face or the person sitting next to you. If you're not around to I don't even know where that was going. We're just going to skip it. Here's our second card from the Law of Attraction deck. Money isn't everything, but, right? You're right when you think money isn't everything. You certainly do not need money to have joy in your experience, but in your society where so much of what you live is tied to money in some way, most of you associate money with freedom. And since freedom is a basic tenet of your being, then coming into alignment with money will help you establish a balanced footing that will be of value to you in all other aspects of your experience, right? And that's something that I think a lot of us struggle with, is just that balance. You know, we think that because we were given these gifts, we have to give them away for free, especially to those people we love and care for, because that's what we're here for, right? But maybe you were given that gift because it is what will bring you that prosperity in your life so you can help more people. We're not supposed to be giving from an empty cup. We're supposed to be giving from the overflow of said cup. So if your cup is not full, you should not be giving it to someone else, right? That's why I don't get on here and do videos when my cup is not full. Because then I'm just spreading around the angsty whatever vibration, and nobody needs that. Right? And Angel's right. It is about you, right? Ultimately, it's about you first and foremost. Let's get one more since we're working in threes today. There it is. All right. Let me move these out of the way. All right. Ooh. So my what is need not influence my what is becoming. So very often we get stuck in that little manifestation trap, right? We think that where we are is a representation of what our vibration is, but our vibration is about what is becoming, not what is right now. What is right now is about a vibration in the before time, you know, because you're constantly manifesting. And every bit of those vibrations add up into the now that you are experiencing. So the card says, what is has no bearing on what is coming unless you're continually regurgitating the story of what is. By thinking and speaking more of how you really want your life to be, you allow what you're currently living to be the jumping off place for so much more. But if you speak predominantly of what is, then you still jump off, but you jump off into more of the same, right? Because we are perpetually manifesting. We're constantly creating, you know, and we're creating with that vibration that we're projecting out into the universe. So if you're constantly living in a state of lack and constantly focusing on not having enough, then you're going to keep not having enough. But if you can summon a state of gratitude, even if it's just for the fact that you have a roof over your head for at least 17 seconds, right? If you hold the thought for 17 seconds, then another thought of the same will come in, right? That is the teaching that Esther Hicks likes to use the most, right? In the vortex of your life, right? So in this rule, you hold that thought for 17 seconds and another thought of the same caliber or higher will come in and you'll think that thought for 17 seconds. So it could just be, I am so grateful that I have hot water today so I could take a shower. And I'm grateful that I was able to take a shower. I'm grateful that I have hair to wash. I love the fact that I have the ability to be able to do that. I love the fact that I have indoor plumbing. A lot of people don't, right? You don't realize how many of those things we really take for granted until sometimes you go to other places and realize that there's a lot of people in the world that don't even have flushing toilets. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's something that we very often here in the States take for granted, right? And that happens with a lot of things. I'm grateful for the fact that I have a full refrigerator and the ability to go to the grocery store and get whatever I want, whenever I want. I'm grateful for the car that I have and the gas that allows it to go places. I'm grateful that it's sunny outside. I'm grateful that it rains on my garden. I'm grateful for the abundance, right? And abundance means so much or so many different things to different people, right? And we can be abundant in one area and still feel lack in another, right? Maybe you have all the money in the world, but you don't have the relationship that you want. Or maybe you have the relationship that you want, but you don't have all the money that you need to make yourself feel secure. Exactly. And I'm grateful that I get to share my coffee with all of you too, as well. You know, you me the gratitude for the communities that you have been able to build or share with others. Find that abundance in your life somewhere and focus on that. Don't focus on the fact that you don't have enough money to pay your power bill, or your relationship just tanked and now you have to enjoy the single life for a little bit until the next one comes along. But if you constantly focus on the fact that it's not here now, well, it's never going to be here because you're focusing on what you don't have. You can be content with where you are while also dreaming of something better too, as well. This right here is not my ideal situation. I really wish I was in Missouri right now, feeding my baby goats and, living off grid with my husband. That's where we want to be. But while we're here, we're grateful for the fact that we have this place to live and a job to make that possible. Before we moved out here, we could barely afford the rent on one place, let alone the rent on one place and the payment on a piece of property too, as well. Not to mention, we're going to be building our own forever farm. That's a huge deal and something I've dreamed about since I was a little girl. And the fact that we have that ability now to be able to do that because we followed where we were being led. If we would have stayed in Washington, we would never have had this opportunity. And so I'm grateful every day for all of those horrible situations that we had to go through that pushed us to where we are now. Because if we wouldn't have, we would have still been stuck because we were focusing on all the things that we didn't have then instead of all of the things that we had to be grateful for. Right? Okay. Let's see. Should we do soul coaching or sacred traveler? We're going to go to Denise Lynn and we're going to pull some cards. Right? But even though we are so far away from each other, Taylor, we do have the benefits of amazing technology, and we can still stay in touch that way. Imagine what it would be like if it was like 20 years ago and there were barely even cell phones. We'd be writing each other letters right now. Be grateful for those little things. All right, I made the decision. We're going to do soul coaching. Aww. And sometimes I miss Washington. Just not the situations that we were in. And I'm sure we'll come back to visit eventually. But right now, all of our money is being funneled into our forever farm, as it should be. And here is our... Didn't I say we were talking about miracles today? There you go. So, remember, Your life is a miracle. Every day, in every way. I think the universe is trying to tell me to get back on track. All right, I'm going to pull 2 more and then we will pull the book out and read these. Freedom. My favorite word lately. Boundless freedom surges through me. I love snail mail too, just not as my only means of communication with those I love. So I'm grateful for the technology that allows us to video chat and text message and all that stuff too. All right, let's get 1 more, or maybe 2 more. All right, it's breaking the mold. We're getting 4. We get inspiration. Beautiful. I am receiving divine inspiration right now, as are all of you in every moment of now. And light. My light radiates through my life and the world around me. Remember, ripples. You are that tiny stone tossed into the pond, making ripples all the time. All right, let's pull the book out. I love all your emojis, angelfish. Okay, so let's go with, we'll go backwards through this. We'll go light first, inspiration, freedom, and then miracles. All right. So the message from the light card says, you are the light and you come from the light. You illuminate the world. So rejoice and remember who you are. You have a physical form, but that's impermanent. At your source, you're luminescent. So lighten up and don't take things too seriously. By pulling this card, your soul wants you to know now is the time for you to shine and remember who you are and where you came from, because your essence is radiant light. This is a good time to clear clutter, get rid of anything that you don't love or use, clear out physical, emotional, and mental junk in order to make space for you to shine even brighter. Of course. You have my address already, I think. All right, inspiration is the next card. And then I'll read all the affirmations together after we go through all of these. Okay. Be open to divine inspiration. You inspire others. Immense creativity, motivation, and energy are expanding in your life. Your soul wants you to know life without the fire of new ideas is dull and separates you from all that is sacred. Creativity and inspiration are, in fact, receptivity, being open to the Creator. Even if the motivation that occurs seems unusual or strange, welcome new ideas and fresh ways of viewing the world. Open yourself to the deep flowing wellspring of visions, ideas, and intuition that dwell within you. And through the morning mists, the golden light of sunset, the wind in the trees, and the gentle thoughts at the edge of your mind, let God's wonderful ideas stimulate, enliven, enrich, and revitalize you. All right. I love the messages these give. All right. Freedom. This is your reminder to break free and express yourself and let your spirit fly. Flaunt your stuff, dance, laugh, explore, and go beyond predictable behavior. Be daring. Fling your arms to the heavens in joy. Your soul wants you to know you are not here to be ordinary, but to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Don't allow yourself to be trapped by convention or the expectations of others. You have the ability to choose your life on your terms. So replace the phrase I should with I could, but I choose not to at this time. Perhaps you aren't always free to create the exact circumstances of your life, but you're certainly able to decide what meaning to give those situations. So select meaning that empowers you, for this is the time to break free. Oh, I like where this is going. And miracles. Miracles occur in your life every day, magic people. So watch for and embrace them as you notice and accept the small wonders in your life. Greater gifts will grow in abundance all around you as you do. So expect miracles. Praise and celebrate them when they appear, no matter how small, and be open to allowing the Creator to solve challenges for you in mysterious and wondrous ways. Trust that everything is unfolding graciously and perfectly in your life, and let go of fear and doubt. Don't limit the way that miracles can appear in your life by having expectations. Be open for them to appear from sources beyond your imagination. Because your light radiates through your life and the world around you. You are receiving divine inspiration right now because boundless freedom surges through you, and your life is a miracle. Beautiful. That is freaking epic, everyone. So remember, your present moment of now does not have to be what is coming in the future, unless that's what you keep calling in, right? So look at all the little miracles in your life and start counting them up. And the more little miracles you find, the more bigger ones will find you as well. And then you can start counting all those too. Next thing you know, all your wildest dreams have come true, and you're starting to give those miracles to other people from the excess of your own miraculous life. Right? Right? Because we all know by now, everything is always working out for us. Because all our wants and needs are met above and beyond our greatest expectation. Right? So, join me in this little bit of Thanksgiving. Turn your prayers into thankfulness instead. So instead of using the, dear God, please bring me the relationship that I need, or the money that I need, or whatever it is, instead, say thank you, Creator, Universe, Yahweh, God, whatever you call that highest aspect of all of us. Say thank you for solving all of my problems. Thank you for teaching me that it doesn't have to be hard, that life doesn't have to be a struggle, and that I am the light and the love that I seek, and that it's seeking me out too. Because, well, we're all safe, loved, protected, and prosperous. And I love you all beyond measure. I can never express enough how grateful I am for each and every one of your lights in my life. You're like a bunch of tiny fireflies, forever bringing me miraculous happenings. So, I love you to the moon and back, my friends. And we're going to call this because, well, we've all been on here for 50 minutes and, save something for tomorrow. Okay, so remember, favor follows you always, as does my love. So be good. Be good to yourselves. And then be good to each other. We're changing the world every day, one soul at a time, starting with our own. So go out, be the lighthouse that you are. And then come back tomorrow and tell me what miracles happened for you today. Thank you for being one of mine. Bye, everyone. Love your faces.